A big thank you to Cricut for sponsoring today's video.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine.
Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. For today we're going to be tackling some cleaning, some organizing. I know you guys really like those kinds of videos, so I have a couple of things that have been actually on my to-do list for quite a bit of time of organizing a lot of the girls' items and then some household items in some file organizers, because as you know, downstairs in our basement we have like more storage now, so that storage area, things down there that we don't necessarily reach for on a consistent basis. So I'm going to do a little DIY, make some custom labels for the girls. So I'll put one of those file bins will say Mila Elena, Capri Grace, and then I want one like Teixeira household, so that a lot of the items like furniture instructions and things like that that kind of usually get shoved in a drawer, it can be all filed and they're organized and mixed with like some of our important paperwork that I want to have in there, so we can find everything easily. It's all in one place. So if you guys enjoy these kinds of videos, give them a big thumbs up. Definitely consider hitting that subscribe button if you're new here for more home cleaning and organization. And let's go ahead and get on started. So because today's video is going to be a combination of organizing, cleaning, to the best of both worlds that you guys love, I'm going to be starting off with cleaning here. Downstairs, we're going to be working on some DIY labels and such that I have to organize areas in my home. So I wanted to get started on cleaning up actually the girls' playroom, which I'm sure if you have little ones, it tends to get messy on a daily basis. And honestly, I'm pretty proud of my girls because for the most part, it doesn't get too crazy down here. So I'm just kind of tidying up, wiping away their table, because Capri has been obsessed lately with playing with markers and she scribbles all over that. So thank goodness we have magic erasers to save the day. And then any other little areas around, I'm just picking up anything that doesn't belong in its rightful place and putting it back where it belongs.
I told you that we should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kind of feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. We were such a constellation, right? No, you'd agree.
I like to work my way from basically one section of the playroom area and then kind of work my way across the room there. You guys can see this playroom, if you are new here, is actually in our basement. We did a whole DIY makeover of our unfinished basement in this house, and the left side is the girls' entire play space, and then the right side we more have it like our wet bar, adult hangout area, couch, TV, all of that stuff that like the adults and kids could kind of enjoy. So I just worked my way from their play kitchen and then worked my way across on top of their little cubbies, organizers, and then I'm finishing off on underneath our staircase where my husband actually did this DIY under staircase playhouse. It's one of my favorite things in their whole playroom. I just think it's so cool, and I wish I had one of these when I was younger. So I'm putting all of their little doll items, the strollers, their little changing table and stuff that goes in there. And now we're going to get started on doing the whole project that I've actually had on my list for quite some time. I wanted to go ahead and do these little DIY bins for all of the girls' memories and milestones. These could work great, of course, as you'll see here, when you have kids. You can also use them for household items.
For ourselves at age 18, we had the devil on our shoulders telling us what we should do.
So as with any DIY project, I thought it would be great to show you guys first the before and exactly what we're going to be creating today. So we're going to be making these file organizers. I'm going to be showing you how to DIY your own file tabs, as well as personalized your kids' names on them, which I think is super awesome because it's very easy to see for us moms out there. So first you're going to go into your Cricut Maker and you're going to upload an SVG file. These I like to purchase on Etsy or anywhere that already kind of have them. They range range anywhere from $2 to $4, so very affordable, and it makes it easy for whatever project you're creating. You could play around with different fonts as you see here, and then based on the sizing that you have your tabs are going to be. I did a mix of like 12-point and 14-point font based on the sizing of whatever word I was using. So then I'm going to take my Cricut Light Grip Matte. This is going to be great for first option that I'm using here, which is cardstock. You guys can definitely use vinyl if you just want to attach it directly to your hanging file folders. But for me, I felt this was best because it was going to cut it out in tabs if my particular ones didn't have. And then you're going to take your Cricut pens, because the project that we're doing today is going to be doing a cut as well as writing. So I love doing a combination of these two because it makes it really easy and simple, and it does all the work for you. So your Cricut Maker will go ahead and guide you step by step on what to do. So it'll let you know exactly when you have to insert your pen, hit start, and it simply begins the writing portion. And then once that portion is finished, it goes ahead and notifies you when it is time to then insert your blade. As you can see there, it began cutting now. At this point, it did all of the writing, which you guys, I have the world's worst handwriting. It is not legible whatsoever. So this just makes it super simple and easy because I know it's going to come out perfect. And then you can play around with different colors. As you saw, I had a wide array of options for the colors of my pens. And then you can also, based on the SVG file that you purchase, have different types of shapes for your file hanging folders. So these are the ones that we have there. I'm going to be doing a range from pregnancy all the way up until my girls are done with high school. But for the purpose of the length of today's video, I went ahead and just did pregnancy all the way up to, I believe, like 2nd grade for them.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside, and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now.
So very easily you saw the purpose of using the Light Grip Matte. It made it very simple and easy to remove right from there. And now my Cricut project was ready to go ahead and begin inserting into these file folders. So these were very easy to use. I just inserted it right in there and you can see exactly what it looks like. If you guys want to do different colored cardstock, different colored Cricut pens, you have lots of options and choices for your kids that you could really play around and get creative with this. That's what I love. You can make it something really simple or make it really your own and customize it to your specific child, or even for yourself, whether you're a teacher or for your home organization. It works amazing.
I just miss you. Miss you. Miss you. Nothing else that I can do. I just miss you.
So now that is it, you guys. That is what one entire set looks like there. I did 2 different colorways for the girls, so of course I could differentiate whose is whose. So we did that more blush pink was for Mila, and now we're doing this coral type of pink for Capri, but it's going to be the exact same process. I'm just kind of, you know, speed through it so you guys can see, but once again, reiterating that you just cut it out from your Cricut mat, and then you're going to insert it into the file tab, and then you are good to go to then place it into those organized bins that I had that I showed you guys in the beginning. And I'm also going to be showing you how to create the custom names that I added with your Cricut Maker using the Cricut vinyl. It's seriously the little things, you guys. I don't know about you, but all of these things get me so happy and excited. So once I put my file organizer in there, I went back into Cricut Maker and I just went through and looked at different types of fonts that I really loved. And I love the combination of more a standard font mixed with a script font. So just play around, have some fun with it. And then once again, I'm using my Cricut Light Grip Matte, but instead of using cardstock this time, I am going to be using my Cricut Vinyl. You can use permanent vinyl if you plan on keeping this project for years to come, as I will, or you can also use temporary vinyl if it's more something that you're possibly going to be changing out on those bins and maybe want to repurpose them. So I'm going to be doing like this purple lavender shade for Capri, and then I'm going to be doing a pink color for Mila. And after I've used my weed to weed out all of the excess vinyl, I'm then going to be taking my Cricut transfer tape, placing that on, and then you just kind of brush it through to make sure everything is secured and transferred, and you can begin adding it to whatever space you wish. And as you guys see here, I got a little label, a little organizing happy, and I started even making some labels while I was there in my Cricut Maker to organize all of the girls' baby clothes. So I did like 0 to 3 months, 6 to 12 months, all of that set up so that I can also add those labels to the bins for them. So it makes it really easy to see come time for the next baby to see items that I either just want to keep for keepsakes of the girls or that I want to save for my next one. So as you can see there, once my project was totally complete, I went ahead, added the transfer tape, placed all of the writing on there with my vinyl, and it came out so good. So this was the first bin, Capri Grace. So all of her projects I can have from now, pregnancy, school, and work my way up. And then here I actually use the navy color because if you can see, the pack ball came with 3 different colorways. So I thought this would be great for all of our household items. So all of saved bills, saved receipts, things from our different houses that I want to just kind of keep on hand and keep it organized. We have it all in one place. So I'm going to be adding a label of that. This one here is for Mila. So it's going to say Mila Elena. And then the first one was Capri Grace. And then the final one that I'm going to be doing is actually going to just say Teixeira family. So then we can have all of our items in there. And Capri, as usual, you guys, she always likes to make debuts in my videos. Okay, so that was it for our first project, our first home organizing that I wanted to tackle for today's video. It definitely took me some time, but it was well worth it because I am so happy how it came out and makes things so much easier now, especially with Mila starting kindergarten. We're going to get a lot more little projects and things that she makes that I definitely want to be able to save. So I now have a place exactly where to go to make sure it stays, as nice as possible. And then now I'm taking out all of the baby bins from Mila that I just kind of had, and with Capri's baby clothes I've had them like in bags and such. So a lot of the things I feel like with your firstborn, let me know down in the comments if you are also guilty of this, but we just save excess items. Maybe not every outfit did I need to save here, so I was like, you know what, let me narrow down items that, let's say, brought a memory, brought joy into my life, where I feel like that were just really cute and I would certainly want to reuse for another one. A lot of these clothes Capri has actually also worn as well, and it's just so sweet to remember and see Capri in that same outfit that Mila wore years ago. So I'm just kind of sorting through on things that I'm going to be donating and then keeping.
Wake me up, I'm getting tired of sleep. Think I've had enough. I've been gone, but haven't done much healing. It's pretty clear to me. Kinda strange how I can take a beat from my better self. It's like no one else even really scratches the surface. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction.
So for this first bin, once I was settled on what I was going to be keeping versus donating, all the items that I was keeping, I was like, you know what, instead of just having it all thrown in there, let me separate it based on category. So I kind of kept all of the leggings in one section, pajamas in another section, little outfits, let's say from Christmas time or any of her first holidays, I had them in different areas. So next time I open this up, it'll be really easy to kind of check out exactly what I'm looking for.
When my map is torn up, give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape from my hideaway. I give up all of my little addictions, but I'm still stuck with some tough decisions, yeah. Now I'm up against the wall, and I'm looking for your attention.
Then with the leftover pink vinyl that I had actually the use for when I did Mila's name on those file organizer bins, I decided to just, use that leftover vinyl to create the ages, and especially because they're girls, I was like, pink goes great, so I can add these. But I will say, if I were to do this project again, I probably would use some black vinyl because it definitely would be a lot more legible and easy to read, especially at a distance. There's our little bunny rabbit. I like to let her just kind of be free when she's out and I'm just down there in the basement doing anything. So she's free roam and she gets to kind of hang out with me. So I'm just peeling off all of that vinyl and having it there. This one did come out a little crooked, I will admit, but the rest of them came out great.
For a better chance at a great romance, and I'm just not getting any braver. 'Cause nobody gets me. I'm looking for faith, looking for love in every direction. I'm looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out.
Then once we were done with bin number 1, moved on to number 2, and I just had to show you guys how tiny these little outfits. I remember Capri wore that little onesie in her first week home, and this fox one is super special because this was what Mila wore the first night she came home from the hospital, and I also had Capri wear that the first night home from the hospital as well. So if baby 3 at some point happens to be another girl, she'll definitely wear that onesie again. So that one is super sentimental to us. So I believe this pile section that I'm organizing here is probably closed like 0 to 3 months. So I'm just going to repeat the same process.
Looking for someone to show me the way when my map is torn up. Give me a light when my torch is blown out. Let me escape from my hideaway. I give up all of my little addictions, but I'm still stuck with some tough decisions, yeah. Now I'm up against the wall, and I'm looking for your attention. I gave up all of my little addictions, but I'm still stuck with some tough decisions, yeah. Now I'm up against the wall, and I'm looking for your attention. And I'm looking for your attention. Looking for your attention. Looking for your attention. I'm looking for your attention.
Okay, so yeah, seeing here on my label, it's the same thing. This one is the 0 to 3 months. And as you saw, I just lifted the bin closer to me. This way I can make sure it came out straight and not crooked. And then very easily, I just peel off my Cricut transfer tape and then it's good to go. Same with this, I decided to go with more straight font for the numerical areas. And then the wording of the months, I went ahead and did like the little script. This way it can be a little more fun. I did everything, I want to say up to probably toddler stage, but I don't yet have bins that coordinate with all of these, so I'm waiting to get those that match so that I can make sure that everything is organized and make sure all of the girls have the same bins. And then this bag here, I'm just filling with things that I'm going to be donating.
It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep, 'cause I'm not tired. I'm thinking about the days we used to shine when we were young.
Then, of course, the joys after organizing and especially doing DIY labels. There's always going to be a mess to clean up, so I wanted to go ahead and get my desk all ready. I saved that extra vinyl, like I said, for once I ordered the bins because I was already there and had my machine open. I made sure I printed everything I need and then I stored it away so that once I purchase those bins, I have it ready to just go ahead and apply, which will be quick and easy. And then I'm going to go ahead and give all of my floors a good cleaning. This, you guys know, is my Teinco mop, and it is a vacuum and mop in one. So it totally saves the day for mom life, especially after this. I want to say I had been like cleaning the basement, organizing, doing my labels and all of that for a good like 5 hours. So I was definitely beat at this point. So I'm going in there and going ahead through all of the floors in my basement. And then our little bunny here, I just wanted to move her little house that she has here. This way I have the space to go ahead and clean behind it, because with the hay, and you guys, she is shedding so much right now that I definitely like to move it. I just kind of pulled across the wheels and give it a good deep cleaning behind there.
We should start a band and reach for the sky. It's 2 a.m. and I can't fall asleep. I'm just not tired. I can hear the raindrops falling. It's cold outside and I kinda feel like calling, but it's too late now. I just miss you. I just miss you. constellation, right? No, you'd agree. Made a reputation for
And lastly, I'm just going to go ahead and clean my wet dry vacuum. You guys can see here, that is the one thing I will tell you, it does an amazing job at saving you time with cleaning your floors, but you definitely have to take that extra step and clean it as soon as you're done with use. Otherwise, a lot of the pieces, as you can see, get really gross and they could smell up if you don't clean them. So I like to clean from inside out after every single time I use it. This now completes today's video. Thumbs it up if you enjoyed watching. Consider hitting that subscribe button if you're new here, and I will talk to you guys in my next one. Bye.